And here we are. We're back. I hope audio is working. I think it is. Hello, everybody. To kick things off, I just wanted to thank Dice Jail Jen, Techno Funk Boy, and Thrash Sputin for those subs. I heard that notification sound over and over again for the past 10 minutes. Did not stop. But welcome.
Well, may I say you are very welcome.
That's all I'm going to hear now. That's it, just echoing in my brain.
Every time you do a plot twist, we're all gonna.
I'm gonna have to make a little soundboard with that sound effect that I can just run it whenever I need it. Well, welcome back, everybody, to Dice and Dreary Alive, the randomly scheduled stream of Dice and Dreary. But we're here. We're back to continue along in the Ravenloft adventure, The Ship of Horrors. This is from I want to say like the early 90s, maybe late 80s, early 90s. It's an older one. But we have our normal cast here. To my right on the screen, I think, is Illifar, played by the Techno Funk Boy. Say hello, Illifar.
Hello, this is Minos. Welcome to my stream. Everybody give Minos in the chat.
Minos in the chat, everybody.
Minos in the chat.
I picked the worst single moment to take a sip of my drink because I thought it was on its way.
Like, what are you thinking? It's like, oh, Paul's about to speak. Let me, like...
You're right.
You know me better than this.
He said, Illifar, say hello. I'm sorry.
I am Techno Funk Boy. Be sure to stop by tomorrow because we're doing Hearthstone of Karana. Not here.
Not here.
I mean, you can stop by here. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably be hosting. But yes, tomorrow, Techno Funk Boy's channel, not Hearthstone, Hearthstone of Karana.
Right.
And below him, we have none other than Chowder. I almost said Trouter. Played by Thrash Sputin. Hello, Chowder.
Yes, hello everyone. Chowder, Goblin Rogue. Happy to be here. I love this game so much. And yes, as Jeff mentioned, I'm Thrash Sputin, also on Twitch. I plan to be streaming some Odin Sphere this week and possibly some music. And yeah, I have an album out on Bandcamp, Spotify, and Apple Music called Horn Mountain by Thrash Sputin. Please go check it out. And thanks again for having me.
Of course. And last but not least, we have Renald, played by Ravenant. Hello, Renald.
Howdy. Renald is a half-elf cleric. And I will also be playing Hearthstone, not Hearthstone. There are no fireplaces involved.
I looked it up. This module is 91.
91. There we go. I knew it was right around there, especially since when I was reviewing it today for this adventure, there was a section where it started going into like a detailed family tree and history and I was like, all right, should I be taking notes until I get to like the end, the last kind of paragraph there, where it said like, but all of these people are dead and have no part in the story. It's their third generation great grandchildren that are the ones that this story is about. And it's like, well, gee, thanks for wasting my time. There's like 3 paragraphs of people and names and who they're related to and what businesses they ran, all to say they're all dead. And here's the people that the story's really about.
This sounds remarkably like what I've written so far for Hearthstone. Like all the backstory that no one will ever hear, just for the DM's amusement.
Well, a word of advice: put that place somewhere else. put that in like an appendix or something.
Separate. Oh yeah, no. I use like text boxes.
Like a sidebar maybe, because this was just
right,
like I was like, okay, I got 2 hours, like time to brush up on it, and it's like, what? Who are these people?
No, like second edition stuff is really hard to read.
Yeah. Well, is everyone ready? Should we do a little recap here. Uh-oh, what happened?
What happened to
My
what?
screen froze. I mean, it's
No, you probably don't need it.
that's
We'll
What do
just
we
tell
look
you what
like?
you rolled.
Yeah, what do we look like? Each one of us look like.
let's see, Thrash, you're looking down. Techo, you're like leaning back a little bit. Hold on, let me see what's happening here.
Should be good. I was looking down at my notes that I'd written for the last session.
On the stream, what we're moving, it's really like somehow we're getting through your computer and working.
Yeah, it's just like Discord. I mean, that's what's weird is that my other monitor is working, and like a video that's playing on here.
We'll move us to that monitor.
Oh, wait, that did it! Holy cow! Holy cow!
Tech support. Tech support, Techo.
Putting the tech in Techo. Absolutely. Well done.
Literally, like everything was frozen on my main screen. As soon as I tried to grab the top of it and move it, everything like snapped into motion and it worked. That was amazing. I don't know how you did it, but you fixed it.
Yay.
Well done.
All right. Well, let us.
That'll be 97.95.
So let's get started. So previously, you had all found yourself caught up in a curse aboard the ship of horror, where Captain Aubric had dumped 3 bodies off of his ship long ago that were set to be buried on Toddstein Island. To break the curse, the bodies must be properly laid to rest. However, during a seance that all of you held with none other than the ship's resident spiritualist, Spooky Delton, you discovered that
Spooky.
not everything. You discovered that not everything was as it seems with Toddstein Island and Graben Island and this whole situation. So we join you now en route to the second dump site that you were going to retrieve, having just retrieved the body of young Charlotte. That first night after retrieving Charlotte's bones, you heard her spirit wandering the decks below, crying loudly. Is there anything that any of you would have done during that? Would anyone have gotten up to check on Charlotte or talk to her, or just kind of let the ghost wail through the halls?
Chowder has big goblin ears and he can't sleep without like pretty much peace and quiet. So that wailing needs to stop. He's probably going to go find out what the cause is.
Yeah. Which is the one we found? Was that her?
Yes.
Charlotte.
Charlotte, you found her.
Okay.
And her mood has changed.
She's not happy?
No, her mood has changed a lot.
No, fuck that girl. We're done with her. Fine. I'm sure Chowder thinks that we're buddies and he's knocking at my door come on, let's go see what's wrong with this girl. And I'm trying to sleep. Just because I'm a drow doesn't mean I like dark. And I'll go with you. But I am wearing my my pajamas with the little floppy hat.
You have a stubbed candle.
Renaud, are you joining them at all?
No. I'm sleeping.
Okay, you sleep through it, presumably with some sort of earplugs.
Did I get a long rest? Because I'm at half.
Oh yeah, no. Everyone got a long rest after this. This is
your shark bite's still bleeding, buddy.
this is just a little vignette of what happened that night. As you went out and you saw the spirit of young Charlotte heading towards the end of the hall, and you could hear her just crying. And as you kind of called out to her, she looks back, sees the two of you, and runs off into the darkness down into the lower deck of the ship.
Smart kid.
Why does that always happen to us? You know, sometimes we are trying to help, actually. It's usually for selfish reasons, but we are trying to help.
It's look,
Yeah.
Chowder. Look,
Yeah,
you
man.
scare people off. Let me give you some pointers as somebody who is better with people.
Yeah, well, all ears.
Smile more, and I'll zap him.
No!
You are all ears.
Yeah.
What is this? This is
Yeah, I meant that. Is it a wisdom save? Because I have like -1, right? That or intelligence? I can never remember. It's really bad.
Let me look.
charisma
If
save.
it's wisdom. Charisma, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah. -3. Let's go.
It's only DC 10 because
Oh, I rolled a
So
10.
you rolled a 10, so
Oh.
just barely.
Oof.
that is why people are scared of you. You resist smiling.
I just be natural. I hear a ghost crying. I don't feel like smiling. Does that make me crazy?
Look, this was like normal stuff where I grew up.
I'm just trying to sleep.
Well, the spirit of Charlotte has run down below the deck. The crying kind of echoed for a bit before trailing off. What are the two of you doing?
Should we go check this out? We kind of got rid of the crying outside.
Yeah. Do we have any cookies or something?
You know, we did get some of those recommendations of the chef before they were, you know, all undead. And even then, he wouldn't even cook me a spider. So that just, I don't have much. I can check my pockets, but no cookies.
I have pocket sand. All right. Yeah. Let's go.
You make a sand cookie.
I'm saving it for a fight.
Down below, you head down below, and it's much colder than it was just above deck. Almost so cold you feel like you could see your breath. How chilly it is. And as you move forward, who's taking the lead?
I think I have to.
I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Did they trap our own ship? 18.
18. You deftly dodge a bundle of torch sconces that look like they were packaged up for shipping. That just comes careening through the air towards your head, and you duck, and they crash over into the corner. And you hear Charlotte crying, echoing deeper into the storage area.
Don't be mad, Charlotte. We're just here to check on you. Be good, Charlotte. Good, Charlotte.
You hear Charlotte say, I want my mommy! And there's a crash of something else.
Charlotte, and I'll very slowly walk over there and don't make any sudden moves and sit down and say, you know, I miss my mommy too sometimes. Last time I saw her, she was trying to sacrifice me to the spider god for disappointing her. And, you know, most of my brothers have been killed off in this way. It's not really a society that looks up to men. But still, you know, she had a way of just, you know, being a mom. And the little spider cake she used to make, just really delicious.
Give me a persuasion.
Oh, 16.
16.
Nice. Well, now even Chowder's crying.
You hear a shuffle, and you can see a shadowy figure emerge from some crates, from in between two crates deeper in. And this shadowy figure of a young girl moves forward, and you can see that it is a ghostly Charlotte. And she says, I like cakes. She kind of has stopped crying, cautiously moving towards you.
Tell me more about your mom. Did she make cakes?
She made cakes all the time, and then she didn't, and I was being sent to my grandparents.
Yeah. Well, I know it's lonely here, and I know, you know, we're on our way to meet him again, but it's gonna take some time. But I understand why you're upset. I throw things sometimes too. Just out
Usually goblins.
and then I'll zap him again with this wand.
Give me the charisma save.
All right, as I wipe a tear from Chowder with his sleeping, with Ilifar's sleeping gown. Let's see what I can do here. It's a beautiful, beautiful story. Charisma.
A -1. So that was a smile, right? Not a frown.
Does smile.
So yeah, you've got a smile just chiseled onto your face now.
Man, that interaction really cheered me up. Ilifar, that was beautiful.
Does I'll tell Charlotte, it's like, that's gonna wear off fairly soon, but next time I'll let you zap him.
She seems very happy about this. And as you say that, and she smiles a bit, she kind of disappears for a bit. And there's no more incidences that night.
Nice job. Now I can sleep.
Yeah, and
Absolutely.
and she actually she does frequently visit over the next day or two. You actually see her, but she is much more pleasant. No crying or screaming, but she is. You can see her just kind of playing in corners of the ship sometimes. Sometimes she's there, sometimes she's not. Other times you'll see her walking through the halls, always accompanied by a chilly, icy coldness.
I tell Chowder to tell the cook that the ghost child wants cake. Just to see what they say.
So, hey, you got any spider cakes laying around? or regular.
The chef kind of is itching his back with a spatula, like, and he then uses the spatula to like flatten something that like might have looked like burger, but you're not sure. But he says, "Spider cakes, huh? Spider cakes. Yeah, I think we could make some spider cakes."
Heck yeah. Now you, sir, are one grade A spooky Delton, and that's a compliment in my eyes.
You know, I'm thinking if we can get our adult beverages in a room, we can get her to hang out there, and she'll cool them off for us.
Oh, yeah. This is very good thinking.
The chef says, "You can use the spider cakes to lure her in."
Exactly.
I love. Yeah, I love how I love how Chowder, like, just assumes that yes, all children will like spider cakes.
Spider cakes.
Spider cakes, yeah.
I was moved by the story. I love spiders. This
The
makes
drow
perfect
likes
sense.
the spider cake. The goblin likes the spider cake. Therefore, the human will too.
It has to be everyone's favorite food, right?
You know that it was probably about a few days journey. And remind me, do you know who you were going to next? Was it Jacob's location?
know?
Or
I believe it was the second location. It was the one in between the two spots, right? Because
Right,
Todd
yeah.
and Steen is where we're trying to is where the memorial site is, where we need to actually their crypt or wherever we're actually heading. So yeah, we're going on the way that's not quite to the crypt yet, I think.
okay, so the middle one, that's would be Madeline's
Yeah, the middle.
location, and that's what you're approaching.
Okay.
The Aubric, your captain, he says this one's going to be a bit tricky. He looks around. He says there's no landmarks around here. We're in the open water. Should be somewhere around here, but we need to search the bottom somehow.
Do your crew need to breathe?
I mean, I suppose not. It's probably going to be rather uncomfortable for them if they don't breathe. I mean, they're we're not really undead, but we're not really alive. We're kind of in between, you know.
Yeah, but in like a breathing underwater or not breathing underwater kind of
What I'm getting at is like, can we put in scouts into the water?
Right. Without having to use any of our blue underwater potions that we haven't drank yet.
I mean, yes. Technically, yes, we won't die under the water, but we will choke and drown perpetually.
Oh, we're fine with the morality part of it. We were just actually checking it on the logistics.
Sometimes you just got to take one for the team.
Yeah, you actually kind of brought us into this situation, so we're working with the best of what we got here. And if you can breathe underwater, morally, I'm cool with that. I'll sleep at night just fine.
Spooky speaks up.
Oh, no, Spooky.
He says, hey, I got an idea. Nobody has to suffocate and drown. And Spooky kind of directs everyone's attention over to this tarp he has draped over something very large. And he says, allow me to introduce my latest invention. No longer will I be Spooky Delton.
Spooky.
I'm going to be Oceanographer Delton. And he rips the tarp off. And there is something that looks worse than the tarp, but what resembles maybe some sort of like crude diving bell.
Oh, this is incredible.
I'm sure this will work perfectly.
He says, I call it an underwater breather.
Can I call you Dirigible Delton?
Dirigible Delton. It's got kind of a name. It's got kind of a ring to it.
That or Diving Delton. Either one is very good to me. But I am very impressed with this oceanographer. I am very impressed.
Well,
And then he
Mr.
just,
Dirigible, as much as I'd love to try this out, I think it's only fair that you get first crack at it.
You've read my mind, Reynald.
Go ahead, Spooky Ocean. We'll get in. We'll crank you down.
He says, okay, look, I need to be up here to operate the pumps. I haven't even shown you the best part yet. See, this hose connects to the top of it here. And then someone up here needs to operate this complex pump, which I will be doing while you...
Yeah, I got the pump. Get in.
Yeah, you can just give Reynald a quick rundown on the pump, honestly. He's smart.
Chowder, come on, let's take a look. Let's take a look at this. I'm concerned about it. Can you look for like cracks or something in here?
Yeah, if you want to give an investigation check.
Yeah, I have a feeling that him having me check for cracks is going to lead to a sudden shut of the door.
What this thing is it is like the top half of one of those old timey diving suits. So like it's just a basically a dome that you place upside down in the water so that the air cavity stays in there, and it's got some hoses off the top of it, and you just kind of hold on to it.
Okay, yeah, I won't. I can't trap.
Yeah,
Chowder.
there's no door on it, so to speak. It's just kind of a dome you place over your head and then go underwater, and there's like a nice little window to look out of.
I got you.
But Spooky does not want to test it. Sorry, dirigible. He's insisting. He's like, no, I need to be up here to check on the hoses and to check on everything. Up here.
If they're still alive, meaning who is down there?
Yeah. Like who I got to be taking reports and making sure everything. If anything goes wrong, I'm the only one who can fix this.
Is this a ship of horrors hoses? Because this is getting harder to pronounce. It's kind of like the rural juror in 30 Rock.
Yes.
Okay, I will go.
Whoa.
You are Spooky Dirigible Delton says, you are a hero, good sir.
And I will take it and start walking. And he's like, the tube. It's like, oh, sorry.
So are you going in?
Yeah.
All right.
Is this going to be a strength save or a deck? Or no, it'll be con save probably.
So you are going to be descending down. They estimate probably 200, 300 feet is the depth here. What are you bringing with you? Or are you just simply testing this right now? Are you, because you are in the area where you think Madeline's remains may be.
No, yeah. If it if it doesn't work, obviously I'm going to come right back up.
Okay, this is just the initial test.
Well, but I mean, if it works, I'll keep going.
Roll me.
We'll just go.
Yeah, roll me a D100.
$21.
You splash down into the water with it, and you start going underneath the waves, and there is a moment when you've been descending. Everything's been going well. With each pump from above, you have this blast of cool, fresh air coming down from above you, and it's bubbling out the bottom at times, and it actually is working fairly well. And about halfway down your journey is when you hear some creaking on the metal, and your little viewport that you have starts to sweat a bit around the edges. And why don't you roll me? This is basically like to keep your cool deep underwater. Well, that would, I guess like something maybe like a nature check, or if you have any other suggestion. But there's no real panic option. This is just to keep your cool. Charisma, perhaps. Your choice, though, of an applicable.
Okay. Would you take wisdoms?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. I didn't roll it. 12.
You start to hyperventilate a little bit.
Oh, no.
Up above, we have Spooky Dirigible Delton on the pump, and he sees that the tubes are starting to constrict a bit, and then says to Chowder and Ronald, hey, I think something might be wrong down there.
Dirigible, talk to me. What's going on?
You hear from the tubes just
the tubes. You hear them, and you can see them kind of constricting, like someone's sucking air out of it quickly. Like so someone's breathing far too quickly down there. Is there anything you guys do up here?
Could we help out with acrobatics or quick, like something to help out with the machinery up above?
Yeah. Actually, you could give me
got
like
it.
an athletics check to kind of help the hand pump that spooky dirigible's on.
The problem is he's breathing too fast, right?
Yes.
So we need to slow down his breathing.
Right.
So is there anything that smells really bad in the kitchen?
Oh, plenty. As you say that,
We can pump that scent in, and he'll hold
Very
his
good.
breath, and that'll slow things down.
Absolutely.
Renaud, are you going to the kitchen to check?
I'm going to the kitchen.
That's fantastic. I'm gonna
Inside.
This is amazing.
Renaud, you come around the corner, and the chef is there. He says, "Oh, good. I'm just finishing up this new recipe. Here, try this. Tell me what you think." And he holds out to you this tiny little cake that has legs kind of sticking off of it. These spider arachnid legs, and one of them is twitching a little bit.
That's amazing.
He says, "Try this."
Perfect. I'm going to grab it and then ask for something. You have any cheese?
He looks, cheese. Let me see. Yeah, I think this is cheese. I mean, or it is now. And he hands you this kind of like bluish green
that'll
lump.
Oh, that's amazing.
I'm going to grab it and the spider cake and run back.
Heck yeah.
As I run in, I just sort of casually toss a spider cake to Chowder.
Hey, my favorite. It's amazing.
Chowder, it's delicious.
Yeah. Just like home.
What are you doing with this cheese? In quotes.
Well, there must be some
cheese.
sort of air intake.
Oh, yes.
Right.
So I'm just going to place the cheese in the vicinity of the intake.
All right. Ilfar, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Hold on. Constitution.
Constitution. Where
16. I keep
Nice.
forgetting my name.
16, you start to gag a little bit and almost puke, but you do you do manage to keep it down, but your breathing slows. You calm down a bit as you continue to descend.
That was brilliant.
That's great.
It was breathe.
It smells really bad in there now.
Heck yeah.
Up above, they don't know. They can't get the message. You see that the tubes slow down and things return to normal. Renaud, are you taking the cheese away, or are you just gonna play it safe and leave the cheese there?
Hey, it seems like it's working.
So it smells awful the entire time you're down here, Ilfar. And why don't we do this? Everyone give me a nature check or navigation. We're gonna do a group roll, so at least half of you have to.
Ooh, 9 and 19. So that leaves it up to me. It doesn't.
It's up to you.
That's suspense.
And a
Wow. Welcome to the club.
So down below, there is.
I am very distracted right now.
By cheese.
Yeah, it's
I'm
very.
trying to breathe like the.
Yeah.
It's very difficult to breathe, and you're down here for some time, with no luck of finding anything. And just before you're about to go up, you're soaking wet, you're tired and exhausted. Just for you notice a small little rocky outcrop along the ocean floor that you haven't seen before. So Ilfar, are you going to check out this little rocky outcropping?
Yeah. That sounds like something that should be checked.
Yeah, looking through it,
banshees.
you are seeing you see some tattered white fabric amongst some of the rocks. And getting a little closer, you see that there is in fact what appears to be a smashed crate or coffin and some remains nestled in the rocks here, just before a medium-sized cave opening in that small rocky outcropping. What do you do?
There's no way that I'm going to be able to fight while holding my nose. I'm gonna surface and report back.
Okay. You come to the surface, and you come up to the surface. It takes quite some time as you slowly ascend. You make it to the top and report back what you found. You are directly over it. There's a small cave, and the remains seemed to be kind of nestled into some of the rocks and just before this cave entrance.
I mean, I'm glad you think that's what I said, but what I first of all said is that Chowder's not allowed to have cheese anymore. I can smell him from down in the bottom of the sea.
That was for you.
Then I will report all that crap.
This is your cheese.
So what's the plan?
Move the cheese.
Cheese is moved out of the intake. You do, if I do recall, you guys do have potions with you. Mm-hmm. I forget how many, or if you've used them already.
I think one's been used, but I think two of us still have them.
And to assist with your decision, I have conveniently gathered up all the rules for underwater whatnot. Holding your breath is 1 plus your Constitution modifier in minutes. So if you've got a +3, that's 3 minutes. +2, that's 2 minutes. If it's less than 1, it's at least 30 seconds. Minimum. And when you are out of breath, like if let's say you don't get any air in that many rounds, you are out of breath for your Constitution modifier number of rounds, and then you drop to 0. And you cannot be stabilized or revived until you can breathe air again. So anytime you are attempted to be revived, you just immediately drop back down to 0 again.
Dang.
And if you don't have a swim speed listed, each foot of movement costs 2 feet. So it's just half your move speed. But I do believe that stacks with difficult terrain. Not that matters. There's no difficult terrain today. But I found it interesting that underwater difficult terrain would be 4 times or a quarter of your speed.
Wow.
Okay, well, I have a Constitution modifier 0, so I'm definitely going to take my potion.
Yeah. The only other thing to note, if you do decide to do any kind of combat underwater, making a melee weapon attack is you have disadvantage unless it's a dagger, javelin, short sword, spear, or trident. And ranged automatically miss a target beyond its normal range.
Okay, so daggers are okay?
Yeah, daggers are fine. Short swords are fine.
Cool.
Piercing seemed to be favorable. And then disadvantage on ranged weapons. And if it's beyond its normal range, it's just an automatic miss.
Okay. Well, I do have a con +3, thankfully. But still.
I've got +2 on con.
That's why y'all are part of the team. All good at cons, except me.
And I think we used did we use one underwater potion so far?
Yeah, I think so.
So we have 5 left?
I think we had 2 left. Or was it 5?
Oh, wait, so we each used one, sorry.
I think no, I think we had if we got 5, we only used 1 last time.
We found 6 total is what I wrote in my
Oh,
book.
okay.
Yeah.
So, all right, we
I
got
thought
5.
we only had 3.
No, we found 6.
I thought we had Oh, great. All right, well, I'll use 1.
Cool.
So, we'll be down to 4.
Yeah.
I will use 1 as well.
Honestly, we
All
have
right.
one spot left. Couldn't hurt. Yeah.
Yeah,
see.
let's just the way that this whole adventure's been going, I feel like difficulty is on the increase as time goes on, almost like we're heading for a boss fight. So we will
Can't
keep
imagine
that.
that's true.
Yeah, no, it's almost like it was planned this way. So we'll save the 3 for next time, I think.
Yes, indeed.
Okay. All right. So, down you guys go.
Yep.
Let's do it.
It is deep. So there is the pressure gets a bit much, but it's not nothing that is going to, for the amount of time you'll be down here, it won't matter too much.
I'm glad you mentioned that, because the whole pressure of being on a dead ship and possibly living life undead, it's really been getting to me. Like, secretly at night, I've been writing everything we're doing in a book, and I plan to leave it with the logs. That way, if we fail, then like the next person is going to have a much easier time solving this mystery.
That's very considerate.
That way they can get us out of it.
These days, it feels like I even need the wand to smile. You know what I mean?
So, Ilithar, I'm assuming you lead everyone down to show them where it is, and is it what did all 3 of you take potions?
No, just 2.
Just 2.
2.
And so the third person's just holding their breath.
Or taking the fart mobile.
So who's in that?
Right. Oh, so yeah, Reynald and Ilifar took the potions, right? And then I guess
Right.
I'm just
Okay.
I'm in Dirigibal's
You're
invention.
yeah. So okay, cool. So as you all kind of descend, and there's places to hold, so you can kind of all stick together, because it does get a little dark down there. And sure enough, you come to the cave opening. In front of this, you can see some debris strewn about, and some of this amongst it is a white dress, this fabric from a white dress, and
Yeah, she was she was in a wedding dress in the vision. Now, of course, all I'm saying is
And I'm bubbly saying, "We don't have the cheese. I can." I'm not even underwater. I am fine. I'm just still doing that.
he's still doing that.
Yeah, I'm actually doing that with my finger.
So what's the plan? How are you approaching?
Like, do we have like remains like scattered?
Yeah,
Or-
a little bit. It looks like they've been here quite some time, and they've scattered a bit. And you'll need to kind of dig through some of the rocks to get here. Some are pretty large, some are relatively small.
Okay. Yeah, I guess we could just start collecting bones and
Start digging.
dress pieces and
Everyone give me a perception check.
humming "Thy bones connected to the..."
The dress bones connected to the. Let's see.
Nice 5 for me.
Oh,
A 10
for me.
5, a 10, and an 18. Ilifar is kind of bubbling and singing to himself. Renaud as well, just going about gathering up these fragments. Chowder, you start to realize that there's more bones than a single person here, and more than just people bones. There are creatures, and as you get a little closer to the cave, you start to see that some are decayed, rotting flesh from something that's been eaten, and there is something that catches your eye in the cave. There's some movement in the back there. You think that there's some creature that is making its way towards the front, and with that 18, you have a bit of a a head start on here. You have about a one, not a surprise round, a pre-surprise round.
Sure.
You have a plenty of time to kind of indicate what you see, which
Yeah,
it's very
I
funny
definitely
you
do
got
that.
the 18 because you're the one in the diving bell with the tiny little viewport window, and the others are just with underwater
seeing
swimming.
all the decaying remains and the creature bones combined with the residual cheese smell, it is a very visceral experience for Chowder right now. So yeah, I'm definitely indicating that I'm just like panicking with my little goblet arms that there's like a creature.
Why don't
coming.
you give me a persuasion check?
Oh,
And
sure.
then another perception check for Renald and Ilithar to see if you beat his score.
This is amazing. I have a -3 on persuasion. A
A
9.
9. So
Do we want to beat a score?
yeah, we'll
then
just say you beat. If you beat it, you'll see him.
Perception 17 again. After that
I
one.
got 11.
Oh wait, you said roll that for them.
18.
11 and 18. You both see him panicking, flailing about, heading towards both of you with the cave behind him. And that's when all of you see this crab-like creature that comes hulking out through the water from this cave. And I'm going to need everyone to roll some initiative.
Well, I thought he was panicking. We need to throw some more cheese in.
Yes.
Is it Crit Crab from YouTube? I like his video.
I rolled an 18
8.
for my initiative.
18 for Chowder.
Oh,
Renald is an 11, and Ilithar is an 8. All right. So, Chowder will be up first.
Okay. Is he still like?
Still in the cave. He's just kind of emerged, and you've seen this crab-like head, similar to like an Umber Hulk, if you are familiar with the.
So do I see any nearby debris or rocks that could provide like cover to kind of move towards first? Okay, I'll do that first.
Yeah, there are some. There's rocky everywhere. The bottom is very, very just scattered with rocks and everything. So you manage to hide the best you can behind you. You probably have like a half cover, I'd say.
Okay. And still disadvantage on range, right?
Yes.
Okay. If he's already seen us, I may as well try it and see if I can hit him with a short bow. Even with disadvantage, let me try it from my perched rock. So that would be a 17 for the first one. A nat 20 for the second one, 27. So 17 would be my disadvantage roll.
That is a hit.
Okay, cool. And then am I rolling total damage on the? It's the same weapon, so I just roll damage now.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
I think it rolled damage already, but
It did on the first one. Let's see if I can go back to it.
you can just roll again if you wanted to.
Oh, okay, cool.
6, right? Yeah.
Yes.
All right. The arrow whizzes through the water, and strikes this thing, and there's some cloudy kind of murkyish blood that appears around it. It is rushing out of the cave towards you, Chowder, being the closest one there. Mm-hmm. And it is going to, let me see here. Half cover, I should always write this down. What cover is. I believe it just is +2 to your...
To AC?
Yeah. Yeah, half cover is +2 to your
Sounds
AC.
Okay.
So, does a... let's see here... Does a 13 plus 8 hit you? That is a 21.
Yeah,
Yes.
not only are you hitting him, but you're also making him do his own math. That's just
13 plus
what is that?
21.
Wow.
That
Yeah,
hits you?
even my My +2 puts me at a 17.
17. Okay. So it hits you. However, you take only half that. You take 5 damage, and your diving bell takes 5 damage.
Oh, gotcha.
The bell cracks a little bit and kind of rings, and there's some water that drips from above.
Oh dear.
He rang the bell.
Absolutely. All right.
But yeah, this creature tries to then chomp you with its mandibles. These kind of like bug beetle like mandibles, and it gets some of the rock in it, so it doesn't get you for your second one.
Heck yeah.
Renaud, being a little bit away from this, you're not you can swim up to engage. You're not that far away, but you see this creature emerge, and why don't you give me a perception check before your turn here?
12.
12. You see that there are some creatures, or there's some movement stirring in the cave behind this creature that's attacking Chowder. It looks like there's more of them. What are you going to do?
So I am going to fire off a bless. So up to 3 creatures I can see within range. Whenever they make an attack roll or saving throw before the spell ends, they can add a d4 to the roll.
Awesome. Are you swimming anywhere, or is that your turn?
I don't see any point. Is there any cover I could get behind?
Yes, yeah, you could swim over to some cover, and the same situation, half cover.
And I will do that.
All right, the 2 creatures in the cave stir a little bit and start to emerge. You can see their outlines now. You think they will be out. They will be out in the out of the cave by their next turn. Illifar.
Okay. Do I see them?
You see them, yes. You see everyone. The creatures in the cave are just visible. And Chowder is being attacked in his diving bell by one of these large creatures.
How big is the cave entrance?
The cave entrance is about 20 feet across. It's like a rough 20-foot diameter.
All right. It's almost like you knew what I was planning. It made it slightly bigger. I still am going to do it.
What are you trying?
I'm going to cast darkness, like into the cave entrance. So it's a 15-foot radius. But I think if I center it, that it's going to block most of the sight coming out. And I'll put it a little bit in there, so even if they're like looking around, they're going to see the cave walls.
Okay. Excellent. So yeah, the cave entrance just goes completely black. Just an inky blackness. Chowder.
Yeah. I'm going to try and stab this thing twice with a dagger.
Nice.
So let's try it. So I have two weapon fighting or 2 attack or whatever. Let's see. First one is not good, a 9.
9 is a miss.
Second one is a 14.
That is a hit.
Okay, and then it's 5 piercing damage, but I'd like to use Fury of the Small, where I can add 5 additional damage to a creature.
There's a
To an
blood
attack to a
sacrifice. I don't know if
creature
that
with a
does
size larger than yours.
Oh, awesome. So how much damage do you do?
sacrifice.
That would be a total of 10 piercing damage.
10. All right.
So yes, one of those hit. But not the
Again,
first one.
you break through the exoskeleton, and this like brownish kind of smoky liquid fills the area. And Dice Jail Jen redeemed a blood sacrifice. I don't know what the blood sacrifices do.
It's your channel.
Should we ask Jin? We need to ask Dice Jail Jin then.
It gives the player advantage on the next roll, but be warned.
Oh,
Everything has its price. Next roll, you guys will get advantage. One of you.
sweet.
Whoever wants
And thank you, Jin.
Yes, thank you, Jin. I completely forgot I had those on.
That rocks.
This aquatic Umber Hulk, which they had a name in the adventure, I couldn't find it. I just used an Umber Hulk.
That works.
I just used an Umber Hulk and I said it's an aquatic. I gave it a swim speed instead of a burrow speed.
Heck yeah.
So, but it literally in the adventure, it gives some crazy name. There's like some Y's and J's, and then in parentheses it just says aquatic Umber Hulk. And it's like, well, why didn't you just call it aquatic Umber Hulk? Like, it is going to
this is the thing that you're offended by. Like, of all the weird crap names that they've come up with,
I mainly was just like, out of all the things, this was the one that wasn't in the 5th edition monster manual, so I had to get creative.
Yeah.
All the rest were I lucked out for all the rest and was like, oh yeah, there's a creature right there. It's got all the rules. I don't have to do anything.
oh, man, y'all missed the Gibberlings in the Hearthstone adventure.
Right?
Oh,
But
man.
I was like, I first encountered Gibberlings in Baldur's Gate, and I think they're hilarious.
I love
and
them.
Awesome, and they are not in 5th edition.
Really?
And so I had to homebrew some Gibberlings. It was
Dang.
very upsetting.
Oh, Gibberlings, not the what I was mispronouncing for so long. Gibbering, a gibbering mouther.
Oh no, not that. No.
I thought there were those things.
No, in Baldur's Gate, they're the little creatures that go and just run at you.
That you fight everywhere. Yeah.
But you fight everywhere.
They're
they
just
have like 2 hit
literally
points. They're
everywhere?
Great. Yeah. So, I feel you.
This Umber Hulk is, let's see, hasn't really noticed either of you, but it is going. It's been fighting you, Chowder, and it is going to grab the sides of your diving bell and kind of stare deeply. You can see its beady little eyes kind of looking through the window of your little
Fills up
diving
the
bell.
the entire window.
That's
Just an eye.
amazing.
Getting close up.
Can I try my best to roll for intimidation?
Well, I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
Oh, that'll be good. Just like the one.
Otherwise, you'll have to smile, right?
A 13.
A 13 is unfortunately not enough.
Oh no.
So you can't take reactions until you've been hit by a confusing gaze. You can't take
wow.
reactions until the start of your next turn, and we will be on your turn. We will be rolling a 1d8 to determine what you do, as you're currently confused.
Oh dear.
I was hit with a lot of those in college when I was trying to hit on women.
Confusing gazes.
Confusing gaze.
Renaud, it is your turn. You are hidden or half cover, and you are seeing this creature just kind of latch itself onto the diving bell that Chowder is in.
How far away is it?
I would say probably about like 10 feet. Fairly
plenty.
close, yeah.
All right. So my little spectral arm will pop up out of my back as I cast Spiritual Weapon. And that will make an attack at the Umber Hulk. 20.
A 20 is a hit.
And it will do 5 force damage.
5.
Seriously, 1d8 plus 4, and I get 5.
Wow.
That was my bonus action. For my regular action, I'll shoot my crossbow at it.
Nice. Also, there is advantage.
From the blood sacrifice, that's right.
Yeah,
which will cancel disadvantage.
which I guess you could have used on your confusing gaze. He's there, but we forgot.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well.
He was confused.
He was
I
confused.
was
Yeah,
so
you were
confused.
confused.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if I use the advantage to cancel out the disadvantage, that's a 19.
All right.
Nice.
That is a hit.
Or 5 damage.
5 damage again. I guess that's different.
Well, you rolled better on that
They
one.
rolled better, but
Yep.
damage. All right. Some more kind of brownish clouds of blood are emerging around this thing. You think in
You said of blood. I thought he just pooped.
you think a couple more physical strikes like this, and it's going to be hard to see this creature.
Oh.
We are skipping over the other 2 Umber Hulks that are lost inside the cave entrance right now. Ilifar, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna realize that, and so fist. What is the rule with using non-piercing underwater? Was that disadvantage?
Everything has disadvantage except for a dagger, javelin, short sword, spear, or trident.
Okay. I'm gonna try to do some damage without cutting it. And
Actually,
so-
also for you, Renaud, for next time, crossbows as well. Crossbows, or
Oh, that makes sense.
net, or javelin, spear, trident, dart, etc. Those are ranged weapons that also don't get disadvantage.
That does make sense. Yeah.
I was asked about that, but
So I'm gonna keep my sword sheathed and going to run up and like do like a dramatic kick and try to kick off of it and then like spin up in the air, like hitting it in the side. And this is like a super slow motion, like underwater thing that we would do as kids, right? And like flip around and then land with an elbow and then use what was it? Oh, this would have been so much cooler if I remember what I'm actually doing with my life. Flurry of blows to get an extra hit in. So, kick, punch, elbow coming down, and then punch away. And I'll drift away like this.
Yes. Yeah.
Like that. All right. So
Bubbles all around.
and bubbles all around, and all of these are at disadvantage. So there's going to be a lot of rolling here. The first one that was 13 was the disadvantage roll.
That is a hit.
All right, for
and
7.
you get to add D4s too. 'Cause
On
you're
which
blessed.
one?
Is that on damage or attack?
On damage or attack?
Whenever you make an attack roll, saving throw.
Attack roll. Okay, cool. All right,
So-
second. So that was 7. Second strike. I'm assuming even before the D4 at 18 is going to hit
Yeah. That's true.
for 7.
Another 7.
All right, so that was the kick and the punch. Now elbow. 11 before the D4.
11.
So let me roll a D4.
Yeah, roll a
Let me
d4
roll a
for that.
D4 on that. I accidentally rolled 2. Hold on. Do you want me to just roll?
It's 4.
Roll
The 4
again.
was the first one. Either a 4 or a 2 works. It was 13 is
Okay.
the score, so
Oh,
you got
good. That was my favorite part. Was the elbow
Yeah.
for 5, and then the punch and the drift away.
Punch
Most important.
and the drift away. 16 is a hit.
16. Okay. Do I need to? For 9 and
Nice, dude.
And as you do this, you can hear kind of the muffled underwater sound of the exoskeleton cracking, and it's filled with this cloud of this blood and smoke around it, basically giving it the effect of like a fog cloud of spell.
I disappeared through the fog.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So it's like
That was-
it's stirred up enough dirt, and there's enough of the blood from this creature that it's obscured from all of this. And we move on to Chowder. And Chowder, I need you to roll me a 1d8.
Right.
This is going to determine what you do.
Well, let's find out. Wait, hold on.
If you're anything like me in college, facing the confusing gaze, you're like, oh,
Yes.
this one's into me for sure.
Absolutely. I just have to come back and try harder. I rolled a 7.
So you are in luck.
Ooh.
On a 7 or 8, the creature makes one melee attack against a random creature, or does nothing if there's no creatures within range. And there's only one creature within range. So this turn, you make a melee attack with your dagger.
Okay. 24. Did that roll?
24, it did, yes. 24
Okay.
is a hit.
6 piercing damage.
6 damage. That's a nice solid hit. Now, you can maintain your gaze with this creature and looking out that window and make another charisma saving throw of DC 15, or you can break your view. You can kind of like look away out of the little viewport thing.
Right.
And you won't be able to see the creature your next turn, but you also won't be confused anymore. The choice is yours.
Yeah, I'm going to try and break the gaze.
Okay. So you successfully look away. You're not confused anymore, but you won't be able to see where the creature is for your next, which he's already obscured anyway, so.
Pretty much, yeah. Good deal.
Speaking of, he is obscured. He realizes that you broke his gaze, and after Ilifar just kind of pummeled him, he is going to lurch towards where he thinks Ilifar went.
I'm drifting away.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm still in the pose.
So he's going to make a perception check with disadvantage. It's just a wisdom. A 17 and a 9. So he doesn't know which way he goes, and he kind of just pushes off in a random direction upwards. Renald, you see this cloud of, you see the aquatic Umber Hulk shooting, kind of jumping up away from the diving bell, and this cloud of blood trailing behind it. What do you do?
I'll send my spiritual weapon to attack it. I got a general idea where it is.
Awesome.
Will that be with disadvantage?
It would be.
So a 14.
Nice.
14 and 23.
So
Yeah.
14. Does the 14 hit?
Oh, it does. Yes. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to say something else too.
And 5 more damage.
5 more damage. All right. That was a bonus action, if I recall.
Yes.
What is your actual action? What's your real action?
That's it. Run away. And I guess I will take a crossbow shot.
Excellent. 18 is a hit. Oh, or actually, it is obscured, so you do get disadvantage on that. 7. So the benefit from using a crossbow underwater got canceled out. It goes wide through the cloudy water. The other Umber Hulks are going to make some wisdom saving throws with disadvantage. And I believe a 1 is going to be the one it goes with. Yep. Didn't roll any lower than the 1. So they are both continuing to be stuck in there. And you could hear kind of like a chittery whale sound, like not a whale, but that underwater kind of creature, but it's a chittery bug-like sound inside this cave. Illifar.
If these are the last two, or the last group of aquatic Umber Hulks, in 100 years, some alien's going to come looking for them and destroy the Earth. Oh well, we won't be around. Well, actually, no, I will. Crap.
So is this going to be like CNET instead of Skynet?
How much of the bones are we still missing?
Right. I mean, they're scattered amongst a lot of different animal bones. Too, right?
You think, based off of how many you've had, and if how many you have gathered, and if everyone else has been just as efficient as you think maybe 2 more turns spent picking up bones you will have them all.
Okay. Yeah. Like my immediate fear is that we're going to lose like one tiny little pinky bone, and nothing is going to work now because of that.
No.
Yeah.
But,
You forgot the number 3 incisor bone.
right.
Charlotte's gonna come up and be like, "I can't wait to pinky promise my
Oh
mom again."
no!
What?
Well, it's a good thing I've trained for this sort of thing.
Why is my pinky really long and hairy?
Don't know.
No reason. Yeah.
That's
just-
Yeah, I probably have some
Fine.
spares.
We're fine.
well, we have so many animal bones like in here. We'll put something in. It's gonna be like
We can
a dinosaur
improvise,
bone.
Be like when they found like the early
so-
dinosaurs, early like turn of the century when they found dinosaurs and they just like put them together in random ways and we're like, hey, look at this crazy thing.
Yep.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah. So Illifar, what are you doing?
I will start gathering and try to use this brief interlude to get stuff so we can leave.
Okay. Chowder. What about you?
Same.
You
I'm
guys
on
are
the same
booking
page,
it.
yeah. There's a brown cloud. We got 2 confused in the back with chittering noises. I am fully on the name of the game now. Just finding
What
those
is,
bones
like-
and getting out of here.
Okay, so he's got like some blood and stuff is mixing in the water, and Chowder is the only one like in air. What does it smell like in the bell now?
Oh, it's the worst cheese you could possibly imagine.
Ew.
Indeed.
The Umber Hulk, reaching the peak of its kind of little swim upwards, is going to dive down towards you, Renaud.
Oh no! It was doing a dragoon jump. It's coming down with a spear now.
Yeah. Like, whoa, no.
It is going to make an attack with its claws with disadvantage. So we've got a 6 or a 22.
That's a miss.
I believe it was a 6. Where's my... There it is. No. 2 hit 13 or 22.
The 13 will miss as well.
13 misses. All right. So it comes crashing down into the ground, kicking up more dirt when it does hit, and it's going to attempt its mandible attack on you, and that is a 9. I don't even think I'm going to try and roll again.
Yeah, 9's not going to make it.
9 is going to be the. I don't think I'm going to get lower than that. So it misses both of its attacks. Renaud, this thing is right on top of you. You can almost kind of taste the kind of coppery penny taste of this creature's blood in the water. It is on its last legs. What are you doing? Its last sea legs.
Oh.
Very
Then
good.
my spiritual weapon will attack.
All right.
I like to think that's what Dirigible said into my helmet. He's like, this
Sea
thing's on
legs.
his last sea legs, I should say.
Sea legs.
That was-
Oh, 16 would be my lowest attack.
16 is a hit.
And 5 force damage.
5 force damage.
We are locking in the 5 damage tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Wait,
keep
I think
rolling
you
one.
quit rolling ones.
I know.
That happened to me twice as well. On the same thing. D8 plus 4.
Umber Hulks in the cave get to make their wisdom saving throws. We have a 17
Oh, did that kill that one?
and a 7. It did not yet.
Oh, then can I shoot it in the face?
Oh, yes. Sorry.
Keep those rolls though.
Yes, those rolls are good.
That would be a 7, so probably not.
7 is
Yeah,
not
apparently
a
you
hit.
can't. No.
But those wisdom check rolls, those other Umber Hulks are stuck in the cave still. You can hear them calling out more and more. Ilifar, you have
Go, Wayne. How long is it gonna take you to get cigarettes? I think he left us, Mama.
Ilifar. You saw that Chowder picked up some bones. You guys think you might have them all. Are you going to start ascending?
Yeah, like I'm gonna call for the treat. It's like
Dirigible, stop pulling.
Give,
and then I'm going to again drift away, but this more like a.
Oh, the water movements are very dramatic. I love it.
give me an athletics check.
Oh, I was hoping you were gonna say acrobat.
Yeah, acrobatics would be way better for me as well.
3.
A 3.
Nice.
So
I go like this.
you start sinking a little.
Kick down, like, oh.
You're carrying too much. You're not buoyant anymore. But no, you're starting to make it's just slow going. You're starting to make it up. You're just going. It's going to be a little slower. Chowder.
Yeah.
Can I just say? I mean, just on a personal level, you have no idea how many times I did kung fu moves in a pool.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like,
Oh yeah.
it's just like all my childhood dreams.
Wait, are we all just factory made? Because that seems to be a universal thing, right?
Yeah. Totally.
That's
So many
best.
fight scenes underwater.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The best kicks. Swimming in the ocean, I used to kick against the incoming waves, so I'd be like,
yeah.
I'm ready. Like it would break against me. Oh yeah, all the
Oh
best,
man.
yeah.
I want to go to the beach now.
I wanna go back.
Chowder. It is your turn.
Yeah,
you,
same.
you think the same thing, so you can use an athletics.
Yeah, same page. Okay.
But yours is going to have advantage because it's also being pulled from the top.
I was gonna say, my man Dirigible Delton helping me out. All right, so advantage on athletics. I'm gonna need it because I have a very solid goblin +0 to athletics. That first one's a 4.
A 4.
Delton, kick in the gas.
And an 8.
And an 8.
So you
We are so screwed. Don't
Yeah.
you remember that we all suck at strength?
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
on your way up, Chowder, the Umber Hulk's going to take a swipe at you.
Okay.
An 11.
No, that does not hit.
27, 11 is not hit. All right. Renaud, you are standing face to face with this thing. It's swiped at Chowder as Chowder started to ascend. Are you going to fight it some more or ascend?
I'll get my bonus action first.
All right.
Let's do that. A 15.
That is a hit
Oh, where
so
did that
far.
go? Or an 11.
An 11 is a miss.
There we go.
But I am blessed.
Oh,
I
that's
add
the hit.
1d4
That's
to
the
it.
hit. Shoot.
What?
Hey.
You get to add 1d4.
Oh, this is suspenseful.
Roll.
Wait, do those get to go on checks too?
Yes.
Saving throws.
Oh, saving throws.
13,
Okay,
if
yeah.
it meets, it beats. That's a hit.
Heck yes.
Ah,
Miracle.
blessed for the win.
All right.
For 9
roll one.
damage. Yeah.
9
Yeah.
damage.
That's more than 5.
So this, how does this spiritual weapon look like when it kills this Umber Hulk?
It's just like a spectral arm spike coming out of my back. It looks like something Kerrigan Reese would have.
Yes.
So it just pops out and just spears right through it.
Nice.
That's super rad.
Awesome. And yeah,
I am not about to be swimming up in my heavy armor. So for my action, I'm going to cast Water Walk.
did we ever find out what happens when you cast Water Walk underwater? You just ascend quickly?
Yeah, you move to the surface at like 60 feet around.
Oh, okay. So you're just like you two are starting to kick and float upwards, and then just you just see Renaud like shoot up.
Yeah, like Rocketeer underwater, basically.
Let's see. I believe I can target everyone. Up to 10 willing creatures.
Oh, so
Oh,
everyone,
heck yeah. Whoa.
all of you ascend, and you have the bones with you, and you're back on the deck. As you were ascending up, you looked back and you could see the two other Umber Hulks had finally found their way out and were emerging. And they seemed smaller. There were two of them, and they seemed smaller than the first Umber Hulk, and they rushed over to the dead Umber Hulk body.
Told you.
Yeah.
But you made it back, and you are back on deck with a mission successful.
Right.
So I think we'll take a break here and continue on to the third and final location
Nice.
up next. So
Yeah.
stick around. We'll be back in just a couple minutes for the second part. And we're back. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Thank you for sticking around. We're going to continue on. Having just surfaced with the remains of Madeline.
And several other creatures.
Possibly. There's a cheer for Dirigible Delton, as he will now be named. That this thing actually worked. The crew is like patting Delton on the back. And the three of you are just kind of wet and over the side as the crew just kind of ignores you entirely and showers praise upon Delton.
I'm totally okay with that. I will, for one, will start leading the cheer of spooky, 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 spooky.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll like let's see what kind of roll I could give. I'm just gonna give actually a D100. A 95. There, as you start chanting spooky, 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 everyone kind of like stops murmuring and talking to Delton and just kind of like looks back over at you. No one's joining in at all. You can just see someone in the back just shaking their head, just like.
I'm gonna zap that guy with the wand. The one in the back.
All right, what is it? It's a 10?
Yeah.
10, yeah.
That's fantastic.
It doesn't work. A 16. Is that your
There were
third?
some weird things going on with that diving bell, though. It was almost like there was another presence in there. I don't know.
Pretty spooky.
I want to keep this rumor going.
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh, Reynald, you got to talk to me.
Yeah, or no? Give me a
24.
24.
Yeah.
As you say that about the other presence in there, one of the crew hears that and kind of like looks at the diving bell at you, at Spooky, back at the diving bell, and then just goes, "Hey, this diving bell's haunted." And everyone's like murmuring about it being haunted now. And then someone pats Spooky on the back.
You can't take the spooky out of the Delton. Welcome back, my friend.
So close.
Yeah.
Delton, so close. So close.
Ilifar is totally annoyed now and is going below deck to try to find Charlotte to play Go Fish with him.
Below deck, you find Charlotte, but also Madeline is there. Her demeanor has also changed quite drastically.
Good. So she's not like yelling and screaming and killing people.
No, she's actually quite sad, and she's just kind of
This is much improved.
sitting sitting on a chair, kind of in like a small little public area, kind of like the little hallway area. She's just sitting on a chair, kind of looking aimlessly off towards the wall.
Hey, Madeline.
She just kind of sobs quietly to herself.
I just want to let you know we're heading home, I guess. But we're going to get off the ship.
She raises her head a little bit and she says, to Graben Island.
I actually wrote in my notes, I'm very confused about which island is which. Which was the one that we're going to, which is the
Yeah, old horse.
All the
Graven.
graves.
I think Graven is the right one.
She says, Graben, the town of Graben, the cemetery in the town of Graben is where I was stolen from. You can see her,
cemetery.
her kind of translucent blue form is starting to turn a bit red.
Oh shit! Where's
Graben Island is where my child
Chowder!
was stolen from me. You can sense her getting angry. The room seems to be getting darker.
child?
Yeah.
Oh, who is your child?
I don't
Do I know this? Is this a thing?
Isn't it Charlotte?
No, not Charlotte.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. I can't remember. Did you had the seance, but I don't remember.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see what I crossed off. I don't remember what specific details she gave you. Yes. The details you would have gotten from the seance is that Lucretia was the midwife. Lucretia Graben was the midwife to Madeline.
Right.
And when Madeline's child was born, Lucretia just left Madeline there to die. And
Gotcha.
that you also learned from that seance that Madeline was buried in the Sturm family plot in a small graveyard in Graben Island.
I have in my notes Lucretia, the midwife, took Roderick. Is Roderick the name?
Yes, Roderick.
Okay.
It is now. I didn't have
I
it
had that
down. I
written
think
down.
I made it up on the spot.
I have in my notes 3 routes: Horse Graven, Roderick. Lucretia, the midwife, took Roderick.
Roderick, yes.
And how long did we learn how long ago this was? I mean, I think we're trying to get revenge, so I think it's been within a lifetime, right?
It's been
like
been
we're
a bit.
expecting these.
Few generations.
Yeah, you haven't gotten any
I thought we were
concrete
gonna kill
dates.
Lucretia and stuff.
You haven't gotten any concrete dates on any of this, but enough that the bones of both Charlotte and Madeline that you found were bones. They were not like decaying. Like they were old enough that they had been picked clean and relatively bleached.
Right.
That's okay. Like the pick clean part, that happens really quickly in the ocean.
And Aubrek can't tell how long he's been doing this, but it's been some time that he's been running this grift, this curse.
So okay, now with that parentheses closed. Ilfar will say, yes, we're gonna take you back, and I don't know how much time has passed, but there's if certain people are still alive, there's a score to settle.
Her eyes kind of narrow, and you can see she makes like a fist, like glows red a little bit, and it kind of moves up her arm, and she says, "I would like very much to get revenge on Lucretia."
We'll see what we can do. We have one more person to pick up, and then we're heading there.
Heck yeah.
If you need anything as we're moving, there's a goblin named Chowder who we've assigned to be your personal servant.
Do I put this lemonade in your angry red hand, or your spectral blue hand over here, madam?
And set it on the table, thank you.
I did not mean to anger anyone. I will do just that. Thank you.
Is your next stop is Jacob? It's going to be just a day sail. It is closer to Toddstein than the rest of them, but still not within not within like a day's journey of it. However, this is close to some small scattered islands that are relatively uninhabited. Maybe some birds or something, but they're very tiny islands that are used as landmarks. So this one's relatively easy to find. This is Jacob. And you are you're approaching the area, and the seas are a bit rough. There's a storm that is coming shortly, but Aubrek says that there's plenty of time to get what we need and get out of here. You know, unless you guys are going to take like 6 hours down there or something. But I don't know.
Oh yeah, the guy with a curse for 4 centuries is now suddenly in a hurry. Okay, I get it.
He says like, hey, you know, I'm doing it just mainly for you. You know, he looks up at the sky again. Like, I give it 5 or 6 hours and we got a storm on our hands. So, you know, you want to wait it out? That's fine. We'll wait the storm out, or we can try and get it done now. It's up to you guys.
Storm's coming. All right, let's go.
It's a great choice. Spooky speaks up. Do you guys want the diving bell?
I'm sorry, who?
Spooky.
Spooky dirigible Delton. It says I compromise. I go by both of them now. Spooky dirigible. Spooky dirigible Delton. He says, "Are you guys going to need the diving bell? What's your plan here?" They again.
Should we scout
taken
again?
some depth. It's about 100 feet down.
How long do those potions last? Maybe we can scout around again.
How much damage was done to that bell too? Can he get that repaired?
Oh
Right.
yeah, no, that's been fixed.
Okay.
It's been like 24 hours.
Way to go, spooks!
Okay, yeah, it's good for 1 hour. So why don't we scout the area with the bell, just in case we have trouble finding it again.
Okay,
Sure.
same plan as before.
Yeah.
Who's going down?
No. Oh, the rest of the plan, yes. The who's going down.
Oh, I gotcha. Actually, Chowder loved that cheesy stink. I'd love to get back in there.
The whole way here, he's been kind of climbing into it and then farting. And
Yeah.
just a
Custom Dutch oven.
You said it's been 24 hours. Have we gotten a long rest?
Yeah, of course. Long rest.
Oh, thank you.
Did Chowder eat all of the spider cakes?
I think Radon threw me one, so I think I took a nice big old chomp and said that's delicious. But we were actually pressing hand trying to save you from hyperventilating. So Delton had given us the rundown. So I don't think I ate the whole thing. No.
Yeah.
Okay, so how were they?
Oh, absolutely delicious.
I'm asking
Yeah.
the DM.
Oh,
like,
they're-
we
no,
need an
they're-
objective.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
For people who like spider cakes, they're great. For anyone who doesn't like spider cakes, they are mashed up spider in and maybe some barley or something as like a binder.
Did Charlotte can Charlotte eat these?
Well, are you going to try and offer her
Well, I think Chowder did. I know that humans don't like this stuff, and
I'll definitely
I think
have it.
Chowder.
Chowder?
Yeah, I think Chowder had plans.
You're the corner that had the leg that was still twitching. Like I'm kind of like saying like that's how you know it's good, Charlotte. I'm like when it's still twitching, that's when you know it's fresh, baby. Take a look. Take a bite of that.
she She manages to keep it together, surprisingly, but she's very frightened of it, and she tells you that she is afraid of spiders.
Whoops.
And Chowder tries to hide it by stuffing it in his mouth.
Yeah, I'm like,
I don't warn.
that wasn't a spider. That was a. We're good.
It was a squid tentacle.
Yeah. You're fine. You can come back out. I'm sorry.
She gets it together. She's very brave. This little ghost girl. So Chowder, are you heading down then to
fine
scout
with
the
that.
area
Yeah,
in the
I'm cool with
diving bell?
scouting.
On your way down, it's not as long as it was for Madeline. Give me a perception check.
Sure. 10.
A 10. The ground of as you start to approach it, you could see that it's rocky like the other one, but it is covered with these colorful starfish of all different shapes, just all around the ground. It's actually quite beautiful.
That's lovely.
And descending down, you actually are very quickly see the body of a skeleton wrapped in kind of rotting leather breeches are really the only thing that remains. The tattered remains of these breeches and just a skeleton, and there's lodged between some rocks down there. I think it wouldn't be too hard to retrieve.
Cool. Do I see anything beyond the beautiful starfish layout and the bones? It's probably not with
No,
the 10th
this is-
perception, but
Nothing more.
This is our reward for playing this game really well. The last body is just a freebie. It's
yeah, it sounds like
no monster.
Rainbow Road from Mario Kart, which is also obviously has a reputation for being so easy.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be great. Well, then I'm gonna go ahead and tug on the dirigible connector and let old spooky dirigible let me know to let him know to pull me up.
Pull you up. All right.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and scout to the team.
Up to the backup surface side. He lets you know what's down there.
It's beautiful. You gotta see this.
The dead guy?
Yeah. Those leather breeches. I've never seen anything. They're so durable. Also,
They're probably magic. We'll loot the body.
yeah,
And
for
I
sure.
gotta look around for ghosts.
Also, these
I mean,
rainbow
we'll
stuff
treat him
is
with
pretty-
respect.
It's pretty nice down there.
All
With those
right,
ghost
let's go.
pants, amazing.
Let's head down.
Heck yeah.
All right. All three of you taking potions this time, or what's the plan? Or just 2 potions, 1 diving bell?
So, can I bring a potion with me in the diving
Oh,
bell
yeah.
if things go awry? Yeah, I won't take mine yet.
That's
a good idea.
we encounter the aquatic beholder.
Yes, right. Yeah, I'll go ahead and stash mine and stay.
Okay.
I'll trust a reasonable.
Ilithar and Renaud, give me some perception checks on your way down.
18.
18 and 19. Both of you see how beautiful it is with these multicolored starfish down here, of all sizes. And the two of you notice that that Chowder did not. Is that by all sizes we mean giant starfish, as well as normal sized, as well as tiny. And some of the starfish seem to be moving, not too quick, but moving relatively faster than normal starfish would.
I didn't ask this last time, but can we cast spells underwater if they have verbal components?
If you drank the potion, yes, and if you're in air, yes.
Okay. I'm going to I'm gonna just because I have a feeling the DM does not like us nearly as much as I think he does, and I'm going to cast Pass Without a Trace, the best D&D spell.
All right.
Does anyone else sing "Pass Without a Trace" like "Eyes Without a Face" like Billy Idol in their mind every time? Pass without a trace. I literally do it every time in my brain. I was just curious.
I will now.
Yeah, pass without a
Thank-
trace.
Thanks, Thrash. We appreciate that.
Sorry.
Pass without a trace. So what does that do? That gives you guys plus 10 or something?
Plus 10, yeah. And
Plus
stealth.
10 to your stealth. All right. And so if you guys are going to try and be stealthy, give me your stealth
How do
checks.
you not like? This is the one spell that Krethin cast into the ground, like
All the time.
all the time. This is the one spell I have memorized, by the way.
25.
15 for Chowder.
Oh, you already did the 10.
22 for me.
23. That's with disadvantage.
Oh wait.
Oh, is that disadvantage? Oh, you have armor.
Yeah.
Oh yes, gotcha. Okay.
So, you almost all disappear amongst the waves as the spell just kind of darkens the air, the water in the area around you, obscuring you as you float down towards the ocean floor. And sure enough, there you can see Jacob's remains are wedged between these rocks. You'll have to move a couple of these kind of watermelon-sized starfish out of the way. They are literally everywhere. Most of them are from, palm-sized to watermelon-sized, but they do get bigger. And from now that you're down here, Chowder, you can also see that there are some a little further out that are probably, medium creature-sized. You would have to imagine that they get bigger than that because they are numerous and everywhere. It takes a couple minutes for you to all kind of dig out this all the remains, but a few minutes go by and you're able to pull them out. And looking back, kind of getting the look of the situation now that you guys are done digging out Jacob, you look around and there are starfish in the water now. They have floated upwards, and as you are beginning to slowly ascend, coming up, the ascension of your diving bell suddenly stops. The other two, I assume you guys are swimming up, but you are close enough to the bell that you see it stops as well as you're swimming up amongst all these starfish. What do you do?
Do we see why?
Give me a perception check.
Okay. Well, yeah. I can't see. I'm inside of it.
21.
8.
A 21 and an 8. Ilfar, you can, being the furthest up towards the surface, you can see that there are starfish all over the bottom of the boat. And the boat is a little lower in the water than it was before. There are hundreds of starfish attached to the bottom of this boat. And then out of the darkness beyond the ship, there is a massive arm of a starfish that lashes out and strikes the ship, and you hear underwater this crack as some wood floats down.
Oh snap!
That can't be good.
No, it can't.
I need everyone to roll initiative.
No.
19.
With my initiative rolls with Ilifar,
Sounds scary.
I have a
18.
+4 and I can't get above 10.
Yeah, I got a plus for it.
Do 20.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Don't be getting all pissy just because I beat you at initiative. It's only fair.
All right. So we got Ilifar with a 7, Ronald with a 19, and Chowder with an 18. And then the ship, I gave a 10, and the giant starfish has a 6. So starting things off, Ronald, you see that the ship is now under attack above you. The starfish are weighing down a lot of the ship, and more are floating up towards it. And there is one massive starfish, the size of, let's see, the size of like a half the ship. Like it's a large creature.
Dang.
What do you do?
How far away is it?
This one's probably it's about 25 or 50 feet up. You guys are about halfway.
Oh, that's not bad. I'm going to put a bless on everyone again.
All right.
And continue to swim up.
All right. How far do you swim? What is
That's a
your
good question.
swim speed or your movement speed in half?
10.
10 feet. Okay. So you and her are at 40 feet.
Well, Renald, we'll see you after the battle.
Chowder.
Yes.
What are you doing? You are halfway
Stuck,
up
right?
this water. Halfway up this 100 feet. So you're at the 50 feet mark as well. Your attention has been drawn to the ship, which is under attack above you.
Right. So have I completely halted in? I'm still just stuck in the
You're
thing?
stuck there. So you could easily like get out of it and swim
Yeah.
like with the rest of them or some other way. But the bell, unless someone up top starts pulling the bell, or you guys pull it up with you while you swim, the bell is stopped.
I'm gonna go ahead and I think drink my potion
Okay.
of underwater breathing and go ahead and ditch the bell, and it's trying to get with the group and swim up. Is there any possible way I could use my short bow to clear some of the starfish off the bottom of the ship that is causing it to sink?
Yeah. What is
Shooting the ship, that's a good idea.
That's like actually a very good point.
He's a big cannon.
Like somebody in below decks just see a little arrowhead just pop up suddenly, a little
Like, no, like, what the hell is this? Yeah, that's a great point.
you would have disadvantage, but yeah, I think that's within range if you wanted to try.
I think it's probably better to aim for the giant, medium ship-sized starfish in this case, but we'll go with. Let's see. I'm gonna aim for the boss. Do I see that? Anything
Yes.
besides the arm?
Yeah, you see that thing crashing into the ship.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and aim for that then. Let's see. With disadvantage. 23. 22.
22. Both of those would have hit.
So 22 is the one that does hit with disadvantage, so that piercing damage would be 9.
9. All right.
And I'm going to go ahead and use Fury of the Small to add 5 to that, so that would be 14.
Nice.
Yeah.
it is dead. It happened to be very weak.
Now, for 2-weapon fighting, can I do that twice?
Not
Or would that
not
be
with the bow.
The same weapon.
Yeah. Not with a bow. It needs to
Okay,
be a
gotcha.
different weapon, a light weapon in your offhand.
A different weapon.
Yeah. So, you're swimming up at half, that's 15 feet, I think. So you're at 35
Correct.
feet up.
Okay.
The ship, you can hear up above, they're taking action up there. A cannon fires off away from you guys, so you're not worried of that towards the big giant starfish. But you can see like they're attacking the starfish from above. You can see some arrows entering the water and things. Ilifar.
least they're doing something this time.
You are
Yeah.
50 feet away. Chowder is 35, Ronald is 40. And then, 50, a little bit further than 50, like 60 feet, is where this big starfish, it's up above you, near the surface, is where this attack is happening. So, Ilifar, what are you doing?
Well, I'm gonna dash over there. Use my action to keep on moving. And my normal speed is 50. I have the mobile feet. And so like y'all are just gradually and you see Ilifar like swimming like a dolphin, just
Dolphin kicking?
The full like belly undulation.
yeah, no.
Like, oh wow.
Oh, like the opening scene with You Don't Mess with the Zohan, where he's like coming out of the water, like that's Ilifar for sure. And so yeah, with that he'll be well on his way, and but he'll get there. He just won't do anything at that point because he can't.
Yeah, you'll be about 25 feet away from it. But no attack or anything or action. Just.
Oh, I was gonna just dash.
Okay. Oh, dash. So you're there. So you are there. In fact, Ilifar, just in time to see.
I know.
You're just in time.
You see him kind of being knocked back all
the way down, back past you guys.
He's got the stinky cheese in his mouth somehow. We're like, what happened?
You are back just in time to get a close-up look at this giant starfish, huge, and the arrow that Chowder hit with it. You're in time to see it get forced out of the skin of this starfish, and it just kind of starts floating up. Or I guess it has a metal tip, so I guess it would sink. It just starts to sink, and the wound heals up as it regenerates. And the starfish is going to take a, let me see here. It's going to take a slam attack on the boat again.
This thing's rude.
That is 25.
That seems high.
I'm trying to see what I rolled. 25 is a hit, so it hits the ship, and it deals 2 damage.
Oh. Well then, okay, that was worrying at the beginning.
Yeah.
And then it became better at the end.
I'd prefer that high number on the attack than the
It dealt 12 damage to it, really, but ships and big things have the damage threshold, which I think I'm applying that correctly.
Oh, good.
Where they just ignore anything below 10 damage. It's just ignored.
Oh, that's cool.
It's like
that's cool.
And so I think that's how it works. I think it's.
Does the starfish have that apparently? Since it's just spitting out my arrow, like
the starfish. The starfish has regeneration.
Okay, yeah.
We're so screwed. We're like, I don't. Do any of us have any magic items at all? Besides my wand, I can make it smile. So.
That'll be helpful.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Damage threshold. Big objects take a damage threshold. An object with a damage threshold has immunity to all damage unless it takes an amount of damage from a single attack or equal effect greater, in which case it takes damage as normal. Oh, okay. So it takes all 12. Yeah, so it's either like...
should not have looked this up. the ship took 2 damage. We were fine with that.
But yeah, the starfish slammed into the ship again, cracking it, sending some more debris floating down from the ship. The I think you, Ilifar, are the only one close enough to see one of its pseudopod arms swoops in, and there is attached to it one of the crew members, and it swoops it into this beak-like mouth near the center of the starfish, and he's just gone. Just one snap.
Oh, that doesn't bode well. It wasn't spooky, was it?
No, please don't be
It
spooky.
was not spooky. This was one of the
Oh,
red,
it was
one of the
bad
red
thing
shirts.
Because I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Renault, it is your turn.
All right. Well, I'm going to swim 10 feet closer
All right.
and then cast my spiritual weapon. Because, hey, if it works. And that will take an attack for 21.
That is a hit.
Does 6 force damage.
All right.
And I will also shoot my crossbow at it. 15.
That is a hit.
Another 8 damage.
8 damage. All right, both of those strike this fish. You are 30 feet away now. And is that all you got?
Yep.
All right, Chowder, you're up next. You're 35 feet away. Renald just kind of swam past you a bit. Ilifar
Yep.
shot ahead to the ship, and the starfish and the ship are attacking.
I'll use my 15 feet half speed to
All right.
clear that, and then I'll go ahead and try my short bow as well.
All right.
17.
17 is a you have disadvantage.
Oh, correct. Sorry,
Yeah.
hold on. 17
So that's-
and the edge of 17.
14. That is a hit.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
6 piercing damage on that 14.
6. The arrow strikes it. It does not seem to care.
Yeah. And it's gonna heal very shortly anyway, so I'm just trying to get back up to the surface.
The ship, more cannons fire. There's a few of the crew has fallen off into the water. You guys from below can see it happening as debris and things are falling. The ship is not badly damaged, but it's not doing too well. Ilifar, you're right there in all the action. You can see a hole in the side of the ship letting water in.
Whew.
I'm gonna cast darkness on that so I can't see it anymore. So it doesn't.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Right. Is the starfish above, like half above water or half
It's
below
all
water,
underwater, but it is like right at the surface. So sometimes it's like buzz sawing this way. Other times it's getting flat and getting close to the surface. But its starfish arms are grappling at the ship. Sometimes they're above water. It's
Okay.
it's at the surface.
All right. I'm gonna come in and swipe twice with my sword, and then follow that up with a stunning strike. Now, not only is this stunning in the way that it looks awesome,
Oh, it's just stunning.
but it's also like it'll hopefully stun him. And it looks like the hit at the end of Kill Bill 2, where he's just right on his giant scaly
The one that stops
thing.
the heart
Yeah.
of the starfish. Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, we got to see if we hit. Yeah. All right. The sword, I don't have disadvantage, right?
Short
Short
sword. Yep, you're all good. No disadvantage there.
All right. So 14.
That is a hit.
Okay, for 7 damage. And then the second strike is I rolled a 1.
Oh, sure.
Oh, that doesn't bode well for that.
That's a miss.
Oh, so let's see if well, I can do it. Like all I have to do is hit with the melee attack, weapon attack. But I hope it. And so that the stunning strike's going to hit no matter what. But I hope it's this one because then I can do the 20. All
That is a
right.
hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, that one's disadvantage. Sorry. Darn.
Oh,
Oh,
come
Because
on.
that's a hit. That's a
Is it
16. That's a hit.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, so 9 bludgeoning damage, and it's got a con saving throw of DC 13, and if it fails, then it will be stunned until the end of my next turn.
DC 13, you said, right?
Yes,
And its heart explodes.
and its heart explodes. Does
Very
Starfish have
important.
heart?
24.
Have hearts? Okay.
No,
Make
well,
me Google some wild stuff tonight.
Starfishes have hearts.
your YouTube algorithm's out the window.
It's so messed up. Yeah.
You did, through all of this, you did manage to break off one of its starfish arms.
I was hoping that we're gonna like gauge damage by how many arms we're cutting
The
off.
starfish, the arm is falling to the ground and writhing about as it floats downwards.
Is it heading towards Chowder? Because that is something I would like to do if that's
It
up
is
to
not.
me.
What the falling arm?
It's like wiggling at you. You're like, ah!
Wait, whoa! Hey, get a room over
It is coming
Probably
right
trying
towards
to
you
eat
guys.
it.
Yeah, it is like wriggling down because you guys are underneath it, swimming
Ooh,
up.
That is gross.
Oh man, if it starts regrowing arms, we're so hosed.
Oh yeah, we're screwed. We're screwed.
Oh, please don't be a Hydra starfish.
No, it's just a sea spider.
Oh no.
Uh,
Oh.
the starfish's turn. It does in fact start to
Don't say that.
regrow a little nubbin of an arm.
Nubbin.
Useless at the moment, but quickly growing back. Again, it slams into the ship up above. Let me see here. Slam. And hit with a 24, and it does 18 damage this time.
Good lord. Is this thing like a lavo shell? Do we have to attack the little tiny mouth? Little claw mouth?
And it is going to smack at you, Renan, with one of its other remaining arms in that area. Does a 9 hit you?
No, it doesn't.
Or actually, sorry, not Renaud. I meant Illifar, but I don't think a 9 hits you.
No.
Illifar is the one that's close there, right? Yes.
Yeah.
You're 30 feet away, Renaud. You're safe for now.
No, yeah, Reynald's still, like in another county.
But yeah, it is still attacking the ship. Renaud, it is your turn now. The severed arm has just floated on by you, twitching its last few twitches as it sinks.
Okay, so first off, of course, my spiritual weapon.
An 11.
I assume I'm going to use my
11 is a hit.
D4. Oh, okay, I won't
Yeah.
use my D4.
Oh, sweet.
9 force damage.
9.
I keep forgetting the D4. Y'all gotta remind me.
And I am going to use the dash action to swim faster.
All right, so that'll give you 20 feet, right?
20 feet, yay!
So
10
you
feet
are now
away.
10 feet away from this creature.
Right
Chowder,
on. Yeah.
you are up
How far am I?
next. Renaud swam up past you. The twitching tentacle has sunken below. And above, you can just see the ship starting to break.
I think I'm going to do a similar action, a dash and a short bow combination.
All right, so Dash, you're a 15. So Dash will get you there. You're at the area now, and your short bow. Go ahead and give me that.
If I'm at the area now, am I close enough to use a dagger?
Well, you used your dash, so that's your action, actually.
Oh, right, gotcha.
Yeah, so
gotcha.
you couldn't even shoot an arrow. You can just get there. You're like at the surface now.
Understandable.
So the ship is going to fire its cannons away and deal some damage to the starfish. 10 damage.
A big ship.
Another limb. One closer to the surface falls down. Ilifar, you're at the surface. The starfish is right here, losing limbs. You could easily climb onto the ship. It would take you a full action to get up onto the decks, or you could just stay in the water. It's up to you.
You know, I'm gonna stay in the water.
All right.
I'm kind of just like literally swimming circles around it, just showing off, really. and and taking swipes. So I'm gonna charge in and try to just jab it with the sword and then kick off and swipe again and then come up with an uppercut right to its jaw.
Right.
I don't know what its jaw is, but when I tell the story later,
It does have a beak, like underneath it. It's got like a
beak.
squid.
I told you.
yeah,
Lavo shell. I told you.
Mhm.
yeah. All right, so I'm gonna do the 2 attacks and then the unarmed strike, and then use flurry of blows to get another unarmed strike in. So we'll do our swords. 20,
It's a hit.
hopefully hits, for 6 damage. 12.
12 is a hit.
Yeah.
All right. For 6 damage. And then unarmed strike, still a disadvantage. That's a 17 and 24
That is a hit.
for 7. My punches hit harder than my sword, which is kind of great. Guess that's
That is pretty rad.
one of the things about being a monk.
Yeah.
And then flurry of blows hit. 9 was the first roll. Let's see if that's the low one. Then I'll add the D4. So 9 plus 1. That's a 10.
10
Yeah,
is just a hit. 10
all
is its
right.
armor
Well,
class.
If it meets, it beats. I love it.
Yep.
for another 8.
8 damage.
Nice flurry.
That was to the beak. That was.
You
And
punch.
in the water, I'm just slowly.
You punched its beak so hard another limb falls off.
Yeah.
Just randomly, another limb just
Yeah.
way over here. Just.
It just detaches one of its limbs that's in such a panic. And it begins to flail about violently. I'm going to need you, Ilifar, and Chowder to make a dexterity saving throw with a disadvantage
God.
in the water.
Okay. 13.
21 is disadvantage.
Bless applies to saving throws.
Yes.
13.
Oh, okay, hold on.
Oh, so I have a 13 plus. Thank you, Reynold.
22.
Quite kind of you. Mine will be a 14.
14. Those are sufficient as it's just blindly thrashing about. You can see just debris coming with each of its remaining arms as it spins and violently thrashes around, crashing into the ship more than once and finally latching on to the back end of the ship with its 3 remaining arms just wrapping around it and the one underneath, and its beak just dives into the side of the wood on the side of the ship. Renault.
I really should have cast that darkness spell. That would have saved him.
Renault, you're about 10 feet below the water, below the surface, and above you, you can see the ship is starting to come apart as the starfish is squeezing down on it.
First, I'll stab with a spirit weapon.
Okay.
25.
That is a hit.
Nice, dude.
Or 7 force damage.
Yeah, right.
As that's thrusting out, I'm swimming up to it rapidly. Should be able to get to it, and I am going to cast Inflict Wounds at 2nd level.
Ooh.
Very nice.
Very cool.
With a 17
That is a hit.
for 30 necrotic damage.
30. That, it had 17 hit points left. That is overkill.
Reynold! Fantastic.
Why don't you describe what this starfish looks like when you cast this spell as it dies?
I have this determined look on my face as I'm furiously swimming. And I'm like, my arms are flailing really quickly and I'm barely moving. But just as I reach it, my hand glows with a evil looking glow. And I just put my hand on it and it rapidly expands across the thing's skin as it just withers.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Can we patch the holes with the other starfish? Just to move them in?
Well, as this thing withers and collapses, and starts to sink, kind of releases off the ship, you all get a look at the ship that is mortally wounded and is sinking rather rapidly. All of you have
What do you mean mortally? Oh no.
come to the surface, and you can see that most of the crew is in the water, at least the crew that still hasn't been torn to pieces or eaten by the starfish. And you see Captain Aubric on the front of the ship, and he is holding on to the wheel. It's tilting pretty high at this point. He's holding on to the wheel as best as he can, and he looks over and sees you guys in the water, and he gives you like a little, wrapping his arm around. He gives you a little salute, and he says, "I'll see you gentlemen on the other side," as the ship sinks beneath the water. You guys are treading water here amongst debris, as the hull of the ship is submerged and quickly sinking.
I'm desperately looking for Spooky Delton. Like, Spooky, where are you? Spooky!
Okay, let's think back to the map. How close are we to? You said there was some islands around.
There's some
here.
small uninhabited islands. Yeah.
Wait, yeah, we're a day's journey, he said, from the crypt. Oh no!
You're a day's journey from Toddstein, the crypts.
By ship, right?
Or 2 days back to Graben Island, which is where you're headed.
Like, how fast does the ship go? Because I go 50 feet, and like
that's a good question. That's a
Yeah, it's like a
ship.
a dolphin. Echo the dolphin to the rest of the way. We're all holding on to Illifars.
Let me see here. Where am I going to find this info? This has got to be right. Like, so sailing ship type. Here we go.
Also, are the other bones on the ship?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Um.
We stowed those away nicely.
Well, look at we don't have many. We don't have any of those water breathing things left. So
No, we don't.
I think I'm gonna dive to try to get the bones off the ship.
All right.
I don't know. If we don't really have anything that could. Does anybody have mending that they can cast a lot?
Should we? Yeah, I don't think I do. Should we all try and get the bones together, or just?
I could try spare the dying on the ship.
That would be incredible.
It can
Or I
travel
could put it in a gentle repose.
for just a quick point of order. The travel pace of a ship is 5 miles per hour, or 120 miles per day.
How many feet in mile?
5,125. That's a
Okay.
pure guess.
5,280.
Hey, I wasn't that
Well, you
far
were pretty
off.
close.
Okay.
Hey, yeah.
All right. So that's divided by my 50 feet per round. So I could make that in 105 rounds.
A round is 6 seconds.
Right. So that's about 10
It's
minutes.
about 10 minutes.
So
Yeah.
I'm way faster than that ship.
Well,
No
wait, how
kidding.
many? You said 5,000 feet per mile.
Yeah.
So you're faster than the ship.
I have 50 feet per round. Now, granted, this is water, so it's going to take me about 20 minutes.
Yeah,
but-
yeah.
I mean, also this. Also,
Well, I
the
can
giant
water walk us.
Starfish
Yeah,
slapped
could
the
water
hell
walk.
out of that shit.
How long does water walk last?
1 hour.
Like, and how? Wait. How fast does it go? 50 said.
5 miles per hour.
Oh, 5 miles per hour. Okay. All right. So that's. I'm sorry. I calculated for one.
Yeah, that's what I
So-
thought. 5 miles.
Yeah. No. I would go a little bit faster than that, but everybody else would be a little bit slower. So
I
we could get.
should
we could
also
get
mention-
like with 2 casting of water walk, we could make.
I should also mention, you can't. It does specifically say you can't swim for 8 hours straight, and you start to gain levels of exhaustion the longer you swim.
That's why we have water walk.
Yeah, so water walk would
fine.
work. That would work.
That's perfect. That
Yeah,
seems-
we go
that seems-
halfway. We find some island that we could reset the spell.
right.
Walk the other way. Oh yeah, let's.
Yes.
So in the
let's go get
immediate,
bones
what are you guys
first.
doing? You're swimming down to get
Going to
those
get the bones. Yeah.
Yeah, get those bones. Yeah.
You swim down, and you're chasing after this ship that's sinking as well. And you can see some of the crew's still hanging on. The captain's still holding on to the wheel. Give me whoever swam down. Give me in perception checks or investigation checks. Your choices.
Oh, I have good investigation. +7 on that. I say that. I'm
I'll
gonna
go
roll.
perception.
Yeah.
Go
17 on
investigation.
perception.
Yeah.
8.
16. 16 for me. So 17.
And I didn't mention it out loud, but I totally intended to wrap the bones very tightly in flotation devices.
Well,
I hope we at least
Hey.
put them in a box or something.
Thank
That's
you
all
for
I'm
thinking
saying.
it. At least if not verbalizing it, we appreciate that.
So Chowder and Ilifar, you both find the 2 bones that were already stored on the ship, and Ronald, you find some more of that cheese.
Sweet.
Heck yeah!
Of course, you guys all have your potions, so you can stay down here underwater longer. It does look like that of the crew that is remaining alive, they are drowning. It looks quite horrible. Even though they can't
Yeah, that'd be
die,
fine.
they are underwater drowning.
Let go.
I mean,
Up.
just yes.
You've already gone down with the ship. You don't have to stay there. That's the loophole.
I hope
That's
this
the
is part
loophole.
of,
That's-
honestly, I hope this is part of the curse. Otherwise, it's embarrassing for you guys. You know what I mean?
Some of them,
I give. We push the bell over to him.
Look, if Dirigible Delton can't save you, you lost. You lost.
some of them float surface, but it looks like a large portion of the crew is lost. At the surface, there's just debris to hang on to. Probably take you about 30 minutes to kick on over to the little deserted island. But
Sure.
you do have the 3 sets of bones with you.
Nice. Okay.
That sounds good to me.
Well, this is where we make a huge bonfire and hope that the Royal Navy finds us.
Yeah, the island you're on.
But thankfully, we find a hidden stash of rum.
Exactly.
The-
Now, who's the skipper? Who's Gilligan?
We know who Gilligan is.
I think we all know who Gilligan is, unfortunately.
Reynaldus the professor.
Oh, of course. That makes perfect sense. Yeah, this is great. This writes itself.
Let me see.
A 3-hour tour.
The island that you're on is no trees, mainly just small shrubbery and sand. Not a bit edible at all. And rather small, probably enough room for maybe 6 people to comfortably sleep on this island, but it's other than that, it's just really just a rock in the ocean. You guys can easily have enough room to make a small campfire and stay relatively dry. But what's your plan for the night and the next day? As it gets dark, what are you guys doing?
So there's no trees.
No trees.
With the storm coming in.
A storm is coming, and
Police. Yeah.
Did the tarp from the bell float up?
yes, yeah, you have the tarp.
Okay.
Okay. I will tell Chowder to hold this.
I'm the umbrella for the storm.
Up high.
The goblin is the umbrella. That's amazing planning.
But no, it's relatively easy to make camp. The few crew members that are with you, unfortunately, Delton is not one of them.
No!
They don't seem
Okay.
too concerned about anything. They seem just kind of rather depressed, but not really concerned about the fact that you're stranded out to sea, and your only source of food and transportation is now at the bottom of the ocean. But it becomes
guys.
Go ahead.
What's the rule? What's the rule on that? Like, y'all are supposed to stay on this ship forever, and now you can't transport anybody. And
So they just kind of shrug their shoulders. And it's just like, well, I mean, the rule technically is we can't leave view of the ship, and I guess you can sort of see it down there. He points to some just a shadow out on the ocean floor that you can see.
yeah.
So we're fine here, I guess. Till whenever.
Way to keep a positive attitude.
Yeah. Although it's looking pretty grim, even for me.
Anything?
I'm going to use my remaining key point to kick something, like a rock or something.
A rock? Okay. What does the rock do when you kick it?
Probably. Oh, I used a key point, so it probably shoots on out.
I think it skips across the ocean too. Like,
Yeah.
So you break your toe when you do it.
It was so good. It 2 days away, it hits Lucretia in the forehead,
and you win. And it's over.
Yeah.
No, the
Oh wait! Are the ghosts? Since we have the bones, are the ghosts also on the island with us?
the ghosts do materialize next to you, and
Well, Madeline's gonna be pissed.
Madeline just kind of says, "Well, this is a fine mess you've gotten us into." There is not a lot much more conversation that happens.
Just angry ghosts.
Just angry ghosts and
crew members pointing out the ship.
yep,
Yeah.
and crew members just pointing at the ship. Yep, it's still there. Still see it. The storm that night blows through, but it just kind of makes it hard to sleep. You do get a full night's sleep, but it's uncomfortable. You're wet, cold, and eventually, before the sun rises, all of you kind of drift off into sleep or meditation, and you're woken to bright sunlight the next day. The sun is out, and you can hear some birds, some seagulls in the sky, and you hear the bell ring of a ship. And looking out, anchored very close to the small little rock you're on, is the Endurance, the ship. And you can see looking over the edge is Aubric. And he yells to you, "Hello! Come on board! We've got to get a move on."
That guy's so irritating.
Yes.
Like, could you have said as we're trying to swim and get the bones that, hey, you don't need to do that. It's cool, man.
All part of the curse would have been very valuable information.
In my defense, I was underwater when you started swimming for them.
Okay, all of this like backstory would have been helpful a long time ago.
And I would have loved to have told you it. But again, the curse prevents me from helping you break the curse.
How convenient.
Okay, like, yeah, I do not believe that at all. I think you made up that part of the curse so that you don't have to explain yourself.
Why don't you give me a insight check?
Is Spooky Delton still alive at this point? What is going on?
14.
A 14. Chowder with the 5.
5, yeah.
A 14. You think that he's telling the truth about the curse, but maybe not the whole truth.
Oh, good.
He's not lying about anything, but he might not be saying everything.
Oh, yeah, is the crew member that got eaten by the starfish? Is he?
Everyone's back. Spooky is there.
Oh, thank Spooky!
All of them, aside from Aubric, don't seem to have a recollection of the ship sinking or the events that took place. To them, you guys went down, got the bones, and are back on came back on the ship, and we went on our way. There is, when pressed, there is some confusion about the missing time, but they don't seem to be concerned with it and just go about their duties.
They're currently cheering Delton again.
Yeah, of course. Delton.
And I think that's where we're going to end for tonight. You guys have all 3 sets of bones. All 3 ghosts are with you to communicate with. And you are on your 2-day journey to Graben Island, I think.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, thank you, everybody, for playing. This was awesome.
Oh, always so much fun.
Always is.
Truly is so awesome. Yeah.
And let's. I know a couple of us got some things to plug, so let's start with you, Techno.
Yeah, so tomorrow we are doing a Hearthstone of Krana, Part 2, the Material Plane. And I got very excited in my birthday party yesterday because I got my Hearthstone shirt. And so I wore it. And I was like, hey, everybody, because that's my other test team is there, and it's like, hey, I got the shirt, and it's great. And I was like, wait, I probably should have like not dirtied that before the stream. But yeah, like yeah, this is like I realized I really had shot myself in the foot because there's so many things that the party can do in this section that is basically the entire town. And so it's like writing all of Valaki to see what side quests they take first. And it's like, wow, I gave myself a lot of work. So I filled completely out the bazaar today, and there's a lot of really interesting stuff in there, and little parts of the town, and worked on some maps. Got to work on more tomorrow, but thankfully I'm off, so I'll be prepared, and that's going to be a massive part of the book. And so once I'm done with it tomorrow, like, it's going to be smooth sailing from then.
Nice.
Doing a dungeon is so much easier than doing a town.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, but yeah, no, looking forward to it. And if y'all missed last time, this is the kind of the gimmick with the Hearthstone and Karana is there's two separate parties. One is now stuck in the ethereal plane, and one is in the material plane. And we are going to jump to party B, the material plane party, and it's going to be really interesting. It's a good section of the game, so I'm looking forward to it.
Awesome. I can't wait.
It'll be tomorrow.
Awesome. And I dropped the channel, Twitch channel. Technofunk Boy is where it'll be streamed. What time tomorrow?
7:30 Central.
7:30 Central. Excellent.
5:30 your time. 8:30 other people's time. Braves time. I don't think it's 6:30 anybody's time.
Hey, it's 6:30 for somebody everywhere, you know.
Cheers to that.
Next, Renaud, do you got anything to plug?
That's you, Rafe.
Oh, that is me.
Did we lose Renaud?
You skipped Thrash. You screwed me all up.
I was going to loop back around to Thrash. I'm mixing it up. You know.
Just Hearthstone tomorrow.
Hearthstone tomorrow. Be there.
I'm actively avoiding any woodworking orders right now because I've got too much going on.
Excellent. It's a good problem to have.
Yes, it is.
And last but not least, Thrash.
Yeah, thanks again for having me. This is always an absolute joy. Chowder is one of my favorite characters to play. Also, I'd like to triple plug Hearthstone for Techno. That sounds incredible, and I will be tuning in tomorrow. But for my own selfish purposes, I would like to announce that I also stream from Twitch. I just recently exceeded 100 followers, which truly does blow my mind. I have never actually plugged this secret little project to anyone that actually knows me in real life. So, like, it's cool.
Oh, no. Never do that.
No. Especially the project that I've built now that anyone who knows me in real life would be like, oh, you're just a perv. Oh, no, that's fine. No, Horn Mountain is a great place where we can all be ourselves, and it is so much fun. So I wish you would come hang out with me and be one of those majestic followers that comes on this adventure with me. I'll be doing more video games this week, probably more music, and I'll certainly be tuning into Techno's adventure Hearthstone tomorrow, and I look forward to being a patron of that eventually to support it in all its endeavors. So yes, that's my time, and thank you so much, Jeff, for this incredible adventure we've had so far. I look forward to more.
Awesome. Thank you for joining. And I'm Jeff Adam. This has been Dice and Dreary Alive. I also Dungeon Master the podcast Dice and Dreary, which Techno and Ravenin are a part of. And if you came late and you missed this episode, it will be up tomorrow on the YouTube channel, which all the past episodes of Dice and Dreary Live are now up there as well. And hopefully some episodes of Dice and Dreary in the works. It's a lot of processing. There's so many episodes of Dice and Dreary. So many episodes of Dice and Dreary.
We're going to be finishing up season 3 in the matter of
a week or two. I think there are 2 more episodes in season 1 or 2 more. I can't tell. Yeah. I need to edit the next episode to find out if there will be one after that. for season 3 or if that is the end. But yeah, season 3 is ending, and then season 4, the last season of Dice and Dreary, will be airing, and we'll have some news about what's happening.
Specifically, the Curse of Strahd campaign of Dice and Dreary.
Yes, Dice and Dreary will live on with Dice and Dreary Lived, and hopefully something new in the works. I've got some ideas percolating, so
That's awesome.
We'll figure out what's next. Well, thank you, everybody.
Yeah.
Thank you to the cast, and thank you to everybody who stuck around. And we will be back sometime. We'll try and get a schedule and try and advertise it this time and make sure we get some more people. So thanks to everybody, and have a good night.